Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing the moon in Taurus. When the moon is in Taurus, as opposed to the sun in Taurus, the Taurian picture is slightly different. The sun represents your chosen path in life, and it is something that you are constantly striving to become. The moon, by contrast, represents what you were born with. The moon in Taurus person usually has plenty of material resources available to them all through their lives. This is a very good placement for the moon because it gives a person a lot of emotional stability. These people are lucky not to have the extreme mood swings and impulsiveness of other moon sign placements. Moon in Taurus people, men and women both, are strongly influenced by romance and really enjoy such things as candlelight, soft music, and gracious companionship in their love lives. As a matter of fact, they demand that romantic love must come with all the frills attached, and both men and women will pay a great deal of attention to being well groomed and exhibiting a very pleasing and harmonious manner. These people will often marry for worldly status, and this status that they seek is likely to be familial as well as financial. Moon in Taurus people are very attached to their family. Traditions and their family lineage is important to them, as are the material memorabilia associated with their heritage, like sets of fine china from their great-grandmothers, antique sewing machines that belong to their grandmothers, and musical instruments that belong to other close family members now gone. They prefer these tangible remembrances of family. In ancient Roman times, the moon in Taurus person would have been the one that had a wall devoted to the remembrance of their ancestors via wax mask impressions of deceased relatives. These people always seem to be able to get the support they need from relative and old friends alike, and in business matters are able to make good use of contacts to further their career ambitions. This moon position has a great appreciation of music, and in many instances their chosen profession may in fact be linked to music in some way. Taurian people are devoted and steadfast by nature and have an abundance of good old-fashioned common sense, which really isn't all that common when all is said and done. In love, these people are ruled by their heads and not their hearts, but never to such an extent that a love affair becomes a painful experience. Meaning that love is important, it just isn't the only consideration when these people consider love relationships. In business, these people can be hard-headed and very practical, and yet can also be philanthropic and very much interested in community work or helping out a good friend who has been hit by hard times. Moon and Taurus people are very good in emergency situations. These practical, down-to-earth people have the capacity to hold themselves together when the proverbial shit hits the fan and be a bastion of strength for other less capable moon sign positions. Moon and Taurus people are the least likely of all to have emotional problems. In a nutshell, these are practical, no-nonsense personality types. They live their life as if it were a plan that must be carried out methodically, and whenever they are confronted with a job that has to be done, they drive themselves until it is complete. These people by nature are patient types with a methodical, organized, and highly responsible nature. So organized is the nature here that all the minute details of any trip or move are planned out and executed according to the plan with painstaking precision. These are terrific people to have in your life because they spend their lives uncomplicating and methodically unraveling the complications that others create and then coolly considering all the practical alternatives available. They don't waste time bemoaning what might have been because they know deep down inside of them that this kind of attitude never gets you anywhere. Instead, they very pragmatically formulate a resolution to the situation and get to it, even if it is a painful experience. Somehow they get it over with. Stick-to-itiveness is in their blood. The Moon in Taurus person is not fond of emotional turbulence and drama in their lives. Rather, they prefer stability and would prefer to have their lives run predictably, rather than have it resemble a daily version of an action-adventure movie. This is particularly true of their love nature. These are long-term, stability-oriented marriage types of people and will stay married for life. A marriage would have to be absolutely horrible beyond words for them to consider ending it. Basically, the Moon in Taurus person is monogamous by nature and expects the same from anyone they choose to love. These people tend to both jealousy and emotional insecurity and have a hard time trusting until practical proof is delivered. In return, though, they give stability, endurance, honesty, and are straightforward about their feelings. The Moon in Taurus loves luxury, and yet can also be happy pinching pennies if they were with someone they loved. Speaking of money, these people are so shrewd at handling it that others may believe that the Moon in Taurus person actually manufactures it in a back room. These people have a wonderful eye for a bargain and a deep-seated need to accumulate substantial savings. This is because of a deep-seated need for security. This deep-needed need for security is the core of their emotional natures. They resist change because of it, and so will stay in a bad marriage too long, or stay in a job for too long, and sometimes may spend more energy accumulating money than enjoying their lives. They tend to resist change, even when it might be the best thing in the world for them. They have a fear of the unknown and untried and the untested. They basically like to live their lives conventionally, which at times can narrow their perspective and restrict their capacity for spontaneity in their lives. Their favorite way of thinking and being is for that of domestic harmony and comfort. These people love to cook and like eating even more, but more than anything else, experiencing all of this with someone they love. Life just doesn't seem complete until they have someone special to share this with. These people have a strongly developed sensual nature that powerfully seeks emotional and physical gratification in a union based on commitment. Negatively speaking, a Moon in Taurus person may be so conservative by nature that they end up totally lacking in originality. They may be overfond of liquor and may become a problem, especially for their families. They may tend to be overly possessive towards their loved ones, and they are likely to stand by and watch others be unfairly treated rather than risk their own discomfort. Very negatively speaking, they may pay lip service to the ideals but be too lazy or inept to take action. Their image of themselves may be so flattering, not because of any special quality, so much as because they just think well of themselves, which is terrific. This can make for smugness, though, conceit and laziness. This is a warning to not take what you tell yourself too seriously, but rather to keep your eye on what other people think of you a little. This position of the moon is best served by energetically following your sun sign position, or else you tend to get lost in relaxation and uselessness. The moon in Taurus has such a good time being pleased with just itself, just as it is. And so you need to stimulate your consciously via your sun sign position, because Moon in Taurus is not a self-starter by nature. No matter what though, Moon in Taurus is usually very popular because of their lovely, warm, loving, laid-back natures. Moon in Taurus people just naturally assume that the good things in life are going to come to them, and this is generally a statement of fact. They see themselves as surrounded by beauty and luxurious surroundings, and wonderful, warm, and loving friends and family. And lo and behold, this lifestyle will then come to them via the wonderful law of attraction. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.